the way they wrote it, my character, Miss Hughes, says things to the current Ashley Banks, Akira Akbar, that it was like they were trying to make me cry, basically.
People that were not involved in the scene at all, coming to set that afternoon to see.
Oh no!
And I just remember Karen Parsons. Who played.
And you know, it's when you're in the moment, in the scene, you know, it's happening, and saying some of those words to her, it reached a fever pitch, like internally, where I had to go behind the fake wall and just like have a moment, and then at that point, that's when I realized, you know, our director came over to me and said, I thought something like this would happen. This is crazy, isn't it?
Right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him!
What if I told you the show that made us laugh for 6 straight seasons was a war zone behind the scenes? Scandals, feuds, hidden trauma, and the biggest shock, Will Smith, America's sweetheart, wasn't just acting for laughs. He was acting for survival. This is the real story behind The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's nothing like the reruns. Before Will was chilling out, maxing all cool, he was drowning in debt. Grammy, triple platinum album, millions of dollars, gone. At 21, Will Smith was flat broke, thanks to wild spending and ignoring taxes. The IRS came for everything: his cash, his cars, his couch. He was a star, with nothing to show for it. Enter Benny Medina, a music exec with a crazy idea. Let's turn your story into a sitcom. Quincy Jones greenlit it, Will auditioned at his house, and just like that, The Fresh Prince was born. But Will, he wasn't celebrating. He was grinding, because 70% of his checks went straight to the government. He wasn't chasing fame. He was clawing his way out of a $3 million hole. On screen, a dream. Off screen, tension so thick you could cut it with Carlton's dance moves. Tatiana Ali, just 11, could feel the pressure. The smiles didn't match the energy, and the set wasn't as family friendly as we thought. Then came the feud. Janet Hubert, the original Aunt Viv, disappeared after season 3. Why? Some say Will pushed her out. She says she was labeled difficult the second she spoke up. Pregnant, underpaid, boxed into a toxic contract. She refused to sign, and she was gone. Will? He said she wanted the show to revolve around her, and called her the Antichrist of their working relationship. Ouch. That line stuck for decades, and Janet's career tanked. Hollywood turned its back. Why? Because a black woman stood her ground.
Janet, you said this is the real. And let's go back to 2009 when you first left The Fresh Prince. What happened? That's what we all really want to know. What is your side?
I know, because you know what? You guys have been discussed. It's been discussed for 25 years. It's insane. Janet Hubert was never difficult on that set. Janet Hubert was so professional, it wasn't even funny. I think Will simply needed to win, and I think sometimes when you get caught up in a lie, and those things never happened. She never left the set, I never left the set. We got along great.
Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton, faced a different prison: typecasting. He went from fan favorite to forgotten. Hollywood didn't want Alfonso. They wanted Carlton 2.0. When fans begged Tyler Perry to revive his career, he snapped back, "I don't need or want that man to do anything for me." Yikes. Meanwhile, Tatiana Ali's first on-screen kiss turned into her worst nightmare. Surprised by co-stars and giant sitcom cameras, what should have been a personal moment became a public spectacle. Her words, "I wanted to die." And yet, she rose. From awkward child star to empowered woman, Tatyana turned her pain into power. At this point, the Fresh Prince universe had already shown cracks. But what came next shattered every illusion. Because behind Will Smith's charisma was a storm no one was ready for. This wasn't just about fame or finances anymore. This was about pain, real pain, rooted deep in his past. Will wasn't acting when he delivered that heartbreaking line, "How come he don't want me, man?" That wasn't a script, that was a cry. You see, behind the glitz and fresh outfits, Will was a boy still haunted by a single violent memory. One night, he saw his father strike his mother so hard she collapsed. Will was only 9. That moment didn't just scar him, it rewired him. From that day on, he vowed to be perfect, to never let the people he loved get hurt again. But that vow came with a cost. He started overcompensating, trying to control everything, obsessed with performance, status, success. Every laugh track on Fresh Prince was masking a scream inside him. A scream that said, if I keep shining, no one will ever see how broken I am. And Hollywood ate it up, because Will didn't just smile. He sold happiness. He made pain look charming, but it was all armor. Underneath that cool, polished exterior was a man desperately trying to outrun his past. And it showed. While the world cheered, Will was privately suffocating under the weight of unresolved trauma. Working nonstop, never resting, never slowing down enough to feel, because feeling meant remembering, and remembering meant breaking. The irony? The one moment that truly connected him to millions of viewers, that famous scene with Uncle Phil.
Daddy-o! What's up?
Will, some business came up I gotta handle. So we're gonna have to put our trip on hold. You understand?
Yeah.
Look, I'll call you next week and we'll iron out the details, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Will.
I just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present.
I'm sorry.
Was the one moment he let go of the act. And for a split second, we didn't see a star. We saw the little boy behind the man. Shattered. Software human. That's the version of Will Smith Hollywood never wanted us to meet.
I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him! I ain't need him then and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
But it's the one we needed to understand. Because Fresh Prince wasn't just a sitcom, it was a stage for someone trying to heal and hiding it from everyone, even himself. Then came the whispers, the parties, the rumors, the blackmail tapes. Will spotted at Diddy's infamous late night events, ex-bodyguards saying cameras were hidden everywhere, used for leverage. Even a former assistant claiming he walked in on Will and actor Dwayne Martin. Jada denied it, called it slander, threatened lawsuits. But here's the twist. No legal action was ever taken. Not a peep from their lawyers. That silence, louder than any denial. By December 2024, Will couldn't take it anymore. On stage in San Diego, he snapped, "I ain't been near no damn freak off," he yelled. "I ain't done none of that stupid shit."
Bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumbass stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff, but. You know, that one, it was, your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
He even joked about Diddy's thousands of lube bottles. Bad move. The internet tore him apart. The Fresh Prince wasn't just a show. It was a pressure cooker, a stage for trauma, ego, and survival. Behind the laughs were people breaking. Janet, silenced. Tatyana, embarrassed, Alfonso boxed in, and Will trying to outrun a past that always caught up. We grew up with this cast, but now we're finally hearing what they lived through. So the next time you sing that iconic theme song, remember, it wasn't all fun and games. This was a battleground, and now the secrets are out. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like if this blew your mind. And don't forget to subscribe, because the stories behind Hollywood's biggest smiles are just getting started. See you in the next one.